Well, hello. Hello, everybody. All right. Hopefully you're all having a good one. Hello, hello. Let's shuffle that playlist. All right, I gotta fix my chair. My chair, I think, is starting to die. I feel a little high. Not like on a substance, but I'm a little high in the chair because, like, while I was sitting in the chair, it just went slowly. And I'm like, oh no. Honestly, I should probably leave it here. It'll probably just sink to where it's supposed to be. I feel a little high too. Yeah. What's good, Morn? RN Jesus. Okay, let's go spin some favor. How you guys doing today? What you guys been up to? Just working on Flay, that's what I'm talking about. Exalted one-handed swords. Sure, I think I got enough exalted one-handed swords, though. Hearten? Sure, we can fight Hearten. I want one-handed swords, unique one-handed swords, so I can get an Eye of Reen potentially. Sure, I'll do that. Is this one-handed? Yeah, it's one-handed swords. Don't ban me. I mean, I got no reason to ban you, bro. How you doing today, bro? What you been up to, man? I like to dip mac and cheese and ketchup. How about now? I don't exactly have a problem with mac and cheese and ketchup, but it's the dipping mac and cheese and ketchup. Like, when you say dip, I think you're using your hand. So are you just reaching in to like the pan, grabbing like a fistful of noodles and then dipping your whole hand into ketchup? If that's the case, yeah, no, with the fork. I mean, yes, technically that is dipping, but I mean, mac and cheese and ketchup. Believe it or not, tomatoes and cheese are friends. All right, think about it. Pizza, chicken parm, with the Parmesan. There's a lot of like I know ketchup. It's pretty sweetened, but it's still a tomato base. Ketchup's not even the weirdest thing I've heard someone using with their mac and cheese. Whoa, hey now, more. When I was a kid, my mom would fry salmon cakes and we had mac and cheese with it. I would have ketchup with the fish. It would go on the mac and cheese and it stuck. Okay, yeah. That makes sense, especially with salmon cakes. Yeah. I heard someone say once that she liked applesauce mixed with her mac and cheese. You can't even. Well, Morn. Have you ever had apples and cheese? I'm just saying, man. And maybe you haven't. And if that's the case, maybe it's just something that you're not into. But applesauce and cheese goes with everything. I mean, there's some pretty good combinations. You ever had a little charcuterie board? Glass of wine? Gonna mix wine in your mac and cheese? Look, right there. You ever make a cheese sauce with wine before, bro? Honestly, I haven't. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't made it with wine. I mean, you could try like a nice white wine, but I think my main concern was making sure you don't curdle the milk. Whatever white sauce you're doing, you don't want it to break apart. Okay, how about I make barbecue chicken mac with caramelized onions? That's where I go with mac. There you go. So what kind of cheese sauce do you like to make? Do you do like a nice beer sauce? Actually, that might work. I wonder if that would work. I wonder if you could do a cheese sauce with wine like you would like the Wisconsin beer cheese style. You guys ever done that? Make a cheese sauce out of beer. You heat up the beer, melt cheese into it. Pretty simple. I do a bechamel and melt. Just a plain old bechamel sauce? Just a plain old white sauce? Oh, and you melt cheese into it. Oh, okay, yeah. That's pretty standard. That's what I do at work. We don't do anything processed like that. I mean, I'm sure we do some processed foods there. But when the menu says mac and cheese, you make a bechamel sauce. I just call it white sauce. I try not to, act like I'm that, highfalutin. Gotta take out the trash. Catch you later, bro. See you soon. If you were, you might call it a Mornay. Hey, there you go. I want an Eye of Ring. Oh, God. I've been considering going into the culinary program at my school. I'm just a skilled amateur right now. So, like, are you in high school right now, Morn, or are you, like, in college and they have a culinary program and you're thinking about, you know, getting some extra credit? College level. Okay. Is it an all-in-one, or are you going to need credits for anything else? Not sure yet. The culinary program we have is pretty new. I haven't looked into it quite yet. Okay. If you don't mind, can I ask you some questions? Okay, so what is the goal here? Is this to, you know, learn some skills? You'll definitely learn some skills. Like, you'll definitely learn some skills, but does it stop there, or are you trying to turn this into a career? Perhaps start a business eventually? Okay. The only reason why I'm asking you these questions is because obviously in my line of work, I've been asked before, how did I get into it? You know, that sort of thing. You know, what does it take to work in the restaurant business? I don't work in the restaurant business. I cook at a child development center, like I told you, but you know, obviously there's overlapping skill sets, and I've heard of so many people who are like, I'm going to culinary school, then I'm getting a job as a cook. Then they go to culinary school and then they don't get a job. Nothing. Like they can't get a job working in a kitchen. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, if you want to work in culinary, if you want to work at a restaurant, right now, you could actually probably just get in. I mean, it depends what restaurant you're looking for, but it would honestly just get in, work your way up, try and, you know, get in that regard. I'm sure there's some places that they might go, oh, you went to that culinary school, but when you said it's brand new, I don't know. Like, so that's all, more. And I know that was kind of unsolicited advice. If you work professionally, you want to work for yourself? I mean, absolutely. I hear you on that. I've known some successful places. It's just, you know, it's a high turnover environment, but it's very gratifying. Like it's very gratifying. If you can make it work, man, like it's a great feeling. In all sincerity, I wish you the best. If that's where you go, I understand you're still trying to figure things out, so. Wait. The frick? Corrupted? Or you guys can't see this. Corrupted or missing data? My area, there's a lot of restaurants, but there's not a lot of entertainment. I want to build something small with a focus on arcade gaming. I've had that happen. I just exited Steam and booted it up again. Okay, I'm verifying the integrity of the files. Okay, it sounds like you know, like you're putting a lot more thought into this than I feel like most people. Like, you know, here in Monterey County, this is definitely a place where people are like, I want to start a restaurant. And then, you know, I've just talked to so many people who are just like, they want to do what I'm doing now. Like, I literally talked to one guy. He's working, like, he's helped start a restaurant with some friends, and it's working, but he's now working like 15 hours a day. Like, and he's just like, I can't keep up with this, and it's consuming me, and I don't know how much thought he put into this, because especially if it's your own, like, bro. Oh, man. He was like, how can I do what you're doing? I'm like, what? Work 8 hours a day. You're there for 9 hours. Yeah, you get your hour lunch break, same hours every day. Go home, weekends off. Try and get a job with the government, buddy. Good luck. Hey, welcome back, bro. Okay, let me move this. Now, I'm a creative type. I want to have some stuff like Mario Mondays with a special Bowser burger with fire breath sauce and a Princess Peach daiquiri. I do that 7 to 3:30. Amen. Amen. Half hour lunch. Nintendo lawyers want a word.
Bankai.
You know, get creative with it.
Katen Kyokotsu. Karamatsu Shinju.
Hey, what's good, Reefer Sage? Oh yeah, I gotta make sure the YouTube chat is open. All right, let's try this again. Reefer Sage. What are you working on today, Reefer? Just farming my shield throw paladin. How's the shield throw paladin going? Like, is it like crit shield throw, or are you doing like some sort of dot? I realize I gotta edit my my filter. Irene, throwing fire crit is probably what it is. 1014 corruption. Let's go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me make sure I got my notepad open. Cool. No Irene, huh? Irene is the one that makes the stationary fire tornadoes. No, those that is a pair of gloves. I forgot the name of it. The Irene is a sword, and whenever you crit, whenever you crit, you have a chance to gain a stack of Reen's ire, which gives you a percent melee critical strike multiplier. You're trying to use eye with the gloves, right? Yeah. I mean, it makes sense well, they give you increased fire damage over time. Each stack of Reen's ire. So if you're doing like any sort of fire die, it might be good. Trying to make that combo work on a Blade Dancer Rogue? Oh, okay. Found 2 Irenes with 1 LP so far. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Most stop builds don't stack enough crit chance to ever bother with Irene. Oh, yeah, because you got to crit in order to get the stack. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, because it's kind of like, why? Like, what's the point? design of that unique's very cursed. Yeah. It's like, here, do some extra ignite damage, essentially. That's what it is. Do some extra ignite damage. There's a way to convert crit chance to die. It'd be amazing. Yeah, for sure. It was good, Krasus. Or getting dot from crit. Okay, yeah. But like gloves that you would want to use with that build. Like, think about it. Like, oh. Well, let's say you want to use wing guards. That won't work. You can't crit. But I get all this melee attack speed and I'm a dot build. Well, oops. What a tease. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. 90% chance. Oh, this one looks pretty good, chat. Honestly, it'd be cool if I can get one with 100% chance. Bah humbug. Bah humbug. Sure, I'll take 3 LP Kestrel. Oh boy. Will be the highlight of my day. I have a loop filter for setting for items that are total fodder. 1 LP helps spot them. So what, you just look for 1 LP uniques that you like to throw into the turtle? Well, you consider if it's 2 or 3? That makes sense. Yeah, 2 LP. Whoa! Oh, what am I doing? No? Wait. I said make it rain. I'm pretty sure I have one-handed sword. Oh, another one. Sure. Just picked up 2 LP Titan Heart earlier today. You winner. No. Want one. You know what? Yeah, let's add Falcon Fist to the repeats rule, because I think this build does pretty well with Falcon Fist. Falcon. I'm not picking up a 3 LP Urine's Wisdom. Don't eat yellow snow. That's Urine's Wisdom. Alright. You want 1 min, 1 max? It overwrites higher LP? What do you mean? Want 1 and 1? Why? Why wouldn't you want to see anything that's 1 or higher? Okay. So you're saying if I had any other rules in there that were 2 LP or higher, it would override it? Why wouldn't I want to see one all the way to... Yes, items can only be part of one rule. Top ones take priority. Yeah, but if it's 1 to max, it'll literally show me anything with LP on it. So you're saying the likelihood of me ignoring an item because I think it might be turtle fodder because I put it all the way at the top would increase and I might not pick it up? Okay. I'm just going to stick with my other rule. Because if I got to emphasize, I'm going to pick it up. Do I know if there's a leveling guide with Rive? Yeah, hold on. Here you go. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. Hey, what up, Tilron? Thank you. You're welcome. What's happening? Oh, we're just, killing stuff. No, we haven't done any slams today. What was this? Oh. Sentinel leveling is usually bleed hammers or something like that. I do have a bleed hammers build guide on the channel. I would prefer bleed hammers, but I did put out a Rive build guide because some people just like to level with Rive. Damage output's looking pretty nice. Yeah, so we've switched over to a two-handed weapon as opposed to dual wielding. I am having a proclivity. Me? I'm somebody. Hey, what's good, bro? I have a I'm having a maybe proclivity isn't the right word. Can we see your? How about this? Here you go, eat. That is currently what I am using. You can see the character screen right there, sir. Which two-hander? Apathy's Maw. Nice one, thanks. Absolutely. So, yeah, proclivity wasn't the right word, but I was really liking dual wielding. Main issue I was having with dual wielding is you take that 8% more damage. Like, I probably couldn't have tanked that if I was dual wielding. Yeah, we're rocking Apathy's Maw. Actually, if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm wearing, you can check this out. Yo, Deej with the 7-stream streak. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. Hopefully you're having a good one. We currently have a goal here on the channel. If we can hit 50 subscribers or members, that's paid Twitch subscribers, or paid YouTube members, or both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. I combine them both. By Friday evening, you know, by the time I'm shutting things down, instead of doing the regular 3-hour stream on Saturday, I will do an 8-hour stream. So I'll start earlier in the day and then go right up till my normal time. If that's something you guys are interested in seeing, possibly consider contributing to the goal. I appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you. Presuming your defenses go down a lot with dual wielding. Yeah. So, Tilron, when you dual wield, you take a penalty. You take an 8%. You take 8% more damage for dual wielding as opposed to using a two-handed weapon. And then on top of it, you can't use items like Titan Heart. Now, you can use items like, you can use an item like, what's the name of that? Null Portent. Like, you could use that, but that one requires you to get maximum value, you have to have stacked resistances. And then that one, I have my issues with Null Portent because it's one of those things, if you get your resistances shredded, your damage reduction goes down. Because it gives you damage reduction based on your overcapped resistances to a point. So you can get a maximum value of 20% damage reduction from Null Portent per resistance. The cap for each resistance, I believe, is 115. So if you hit 115 in each resistance, you will get the maximum benefit of 20% damage reduction. But if your resistances get shredded in any way, you lose that damage reduction. So the common one I point out is poison. Because poison as an ailment, when you take a stack of poison damage, it shreds your poison resistance while it's happening. Now, we got some ways to work our way around it. You can cleanse the poison stacks, but still, it's like if you get hit with a Mark for Death ailment, which just shreds your resistances by, like, what is it, 25%? It's just, and you're relying on Null Portent for your defenses. It just kind of feels bad, but I'm not going to knock it too hard. I wish there was protections in place. Yeah. I feel like Whetstone Gavel. Okay, yeah, like I feel that I feel like stuff like Red Ring and Ravenous Void and Orion's amulet. You know, the nice to haves, kind of rarer uniques in the game help make up for its shortcomings. I mean, obviously, you can still use null port. Don't let me poo-poo it for you. I use Ravenous. Not Ravenous. I use null port if I can, so I shouldn't be too hard. Presuming your defenses go down by a lot with dual wielding. Yeah. But man, I'm telling you, dual wielding felt really good. So I want to try. I want to go back to it. But I'm gonna look for a good weapon. Honestly, I think the one that's kind of easier to get going is the two-hander. Like, yeah, I think the one that's easier to get going is the two-hander. Actually, I don't really like this one that much. Two-handed Rive is best because of the two-handed stats. I will say Foe Cleaver is very nice. I like having the additional affixes. Plus, I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, bro. You probably did. I think it got added this season. Actually, I know it got added this season. When you dual wield now, you get an immediate 20% attack speed bonus. So with a build like this, where we're trying to, you know, hit the mega crit as much as possible, it feels really nice. Being able to just, you know, look like a freaking, like, to just Gensu everything. Oh, that guy had crystallized heart. Holy. Let's take the horn. Oh, yeah, we can leave. There we go. got a 1 LP Vessel of Strife? That's what I'm talking about. I'm pondering a Time Rot build using the ring that lets you complete sets with it, so I can dual wield Aberoth's command and the Forgotten Nightblade. Hey, what up, Shining? I'm leveling my Sentinel with a Rive build inspired by your earlier build where you were using Void Cleave as Traversal and as Rocket. I'm glad to hear it, Morn. Yo, Shining, what's good, man? What are you up to? Oh, I wasn't done there? Oops. I'm gonna sleep soon. Oh, okay, okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Stay as long as you like, and when you decide to go to bed, sleep tight. I'll watch you for a little bit. I appreciate you being here, man. That axe looks sick. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It's a cosmetic. So I'm using an Apathies with melee critical strike chance on it. But the cosmetic just looks really cool. They add any new cosmetics, or is it still just the minion ones that they're going off of? Am I liking Apathies over the dual wield? It feels pretty good. The main problem I have is this build really loves attack speed because you're trying to, you know, get as many deadly strikes as possible. And when I had the dual wield, it was a lot easier. You can put crit on one, and you can put attack speed on another. What I want to do is I want to go back and try the dual wield again, and that's why I'm looking for Eye of Ring. Oh, like if I could get... Yeah, like if I could get LP on either of these ones, 99% chance to gain a stack of Ring's Ire. Obviously, I'd want 100%, but... That'd be really cool, you know. Eye of Ring in your offhand, Eagle Wing Axe or, you know, equivalent, with enough crit. Imprint it? Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, I think I got a better one back at base. Oh, wait. We're not done yet, are we? If I got this correctly, you get 150% crit multi from the buff. Is there a cap on it? Oh no, that's just what you can get up to. Right. So in a sense, yeah, there's a cap. And 50 from the sword, right. Okay, so I have this one with LP. It's a 90%. Let's go back. Oh, no. We want this one. I wish we could put it over here. W. A lot of Rainbow's Edge. I'll go to sleep now. Yo, Shiny, thank you so much for being here. You take care, brother. And Rive, it's so fun. I agree. I have to agree with you. Hello, tricky question. Is it possible to have a sealed T6 and a sealed T8 Avix on an item? Maybe with Nemesis help, yes. With Nemesis help, and then you seal, assuming there's a T7 on there, you can then seal the T7. But I think the only way to do that is Nemesis, because you can't seal a T6 on your own, at least not yet. I mean, if there is, somebody feel free to chime in. Like, the only way I know of sealing anything on there that is T6 or higher, or even T5. No, it's Nemesis only. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Repeats. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You use the rune to seal a T7 on the item, and then hopefully if there's a specific T6 you're looking for, hopefully it got sealed on there by the Nemesis. Can I use this build in hardcore? I mean, theoretically, yes, but it's melee. So yeah, I mean, you can. I don't know if I would recommend it. Usually with something like in hardcore, I want to go as defensive as possible. I'd want to use a one-hander and a shield, or be a forge guard and use a two-hander and a shield. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I would probably play something else, but I mean, if you want to play a melee build, you could play this. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Tilron with the 5-bomb. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tilron. I'll add your 5-bomb to the total. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How many to go now? We're at 29 once I add Tilron's. For the 8-hour stream. It has damage, but it's not like, yeah. Like giga damage. All right. Yeah. Both Bennett and Lizard stream hardcore. All right. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, it's raining subs. If I'm not mistaken, does Penching Loaf also stream a lot of hardcore? Or play hardcore? All right, well, let me count this again real quick to make sure there's no discrepancies. Guys, also your re-ups, if you're a continuing supporter of the channel and you have, you know, like that notification like share now to show how long you've been subscribed, I count those as well. $29. Yeah, we're right on the money. Appreciate it, babe. Yeah, if we hit this goal and you guys want to still, you know, keep donating, we will think of some stretch goals. I threw out that when you craft... Whoa. 10 bomb? Holy smokes. Okay. We are now 11 away. Thank you so much. Until Ron with the 1,000 bits. Oh, bro. We just went into a level 5 hype train on Twitch. Oh my gosh. Oh, and one went to Therasu. One went to Therasu. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, word up, Bubba. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love what happened after I said throw money at my husband. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. It's raining bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got your first ever red ring? Let's go. Let's go, bro. Found a good farming spot. That's what I'm talking about, man. Until Ron with 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. You throw gold at it and it gets you rings. Awesome. It's a loot hype train? Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the hype train, guys. Increase damage over time. Bah humbug. I gotta go and reload my Twitch account tomorrow. Yo, thank you so much, Tilleron. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, for the Hive train. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you for the bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Choo choo, yeah, that's right. Choo choo, baby. Yeah, the damage that the Crystal Beasts do, bro, watch out, man. Yeah, let's throw down a turtle. So we gotta complete a cemetery to get a turtle. Hope they keep some dangerous monsters and don't nerf them one after another. I don't mind dangerous monsters. What I do mind is, you know, being 100 corruption and getting one shot and, you know, having everything that you're supposed to have at that point, right? Cap resistances, more than, you know, 200 armor, that sort of thing. And it feels like you can't do anything. Now, you know, I'm all for monsters in the game where if you take a hit, buddy, like, you're gonna feel it. But if you got a tanky build and you still get one shot, that is just a huge recipe for feels bad, man. Right. That's why I appreciated the nerf to what was the Covenant unit, the rain with the wings. Because back in cycle 1.17, there was nothing you can do, man. Like, it would just float down, and then like the only thing you could do is not get hit. And it had such a wide, it would like nuke half the screen. That's why it also felt bad. It did so much damage, and there was like almost nowhere you could stand. If you're playing a melee build and you're trying to get in close to at least get in a hit or two, and then all of a sudden you see it building up the charge and you're like, oh, I better run away again. Then even if you go past it, it would immediately spin around and blast a big old ground nuke at you. I hated that thing. I advocated to have it removed. EHG just nerfed it instead. I mean, maybe that was the best thing to do, but I was like, remove this from the game. This is not fun. This is not good build design. Yeah, like the Aberoth thing, right? You see it coming. If you stay there and get hit, that's your own fault, right? You know Aberoth's not going to immediately spin around and slam the thing down and then go at you in a straight line that takes up half the screen. You know, okay, it's going to be a big circle. I need to get out of here. Otherwise, I'm dead. Same with Jura. You're like, okay, this entire area, I will be dead unless I engage with this mechanic. Like that's fair. But like the Covenant, it would literally spit, like if you try to dodge to the other side of it, it would literally just spin around and fire a big old, you know, chthonic fissure of fire at you. Not to mention the big old area of effect around its body. If you're like, oh, okay, I dodged the line. Well, did you dodge the, you know, the aftershock? I still get worked up about that unit, man. I still get worked up about it, man. Because I had so many builds that were, I'm not going to say unkillable, but were very tanky. If I died, most of the time it was through attrition. Except for that thing. It was just like, it would just pop down and it would attack so fast. And that was the objective. Kill that thing. And I'm like, yeah, with the reins. Yeah, what was it? Covenant? I advocated that that thing be removed from the game. But EHG, I don't know if they even heard me, but EHG just nerfed it instead. Deal-off. Thank you so much. That takes us one step closer. Let me see. Am I safe? Can I write this? Thank you so much. We're at 40. All right, and I got you written down too. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Thank you for becoming a member. Well, subscriber. Over here on Twitch. That thing is huge. Pause. You know I gotta clip it, guys. And with the on-screen celebration. Thank you so much. Yo, official Malibu, thank you for the follow. All right, Turtle. Let's throw down Turtle. Movement speed and health, not too bad. Armor mitigation also applies to damage over time. Not too bad. All right, it's turtle power. Okay, I've been playing Raptors build. If I redo the frog build, how hard will it be to get my skill points back? Okay, so you need to respec, is what you're saying, Deal. And you want to know how long does it take? Well, what level of corruption are you at? Right, yeah, it doesn't take that long. Now, at higher corruption 0, okay, it might take 10 minutes. If you already, what level are you at? Because you get something called expedited leveling. If you're trying to regain something, you get expedited. It doesn't cost as much XP. Level 76. Okay, so everything just hit level 20? So all of your skills are now level 20. I mean, except unless you have something that gives you, you know, +1 to whatever. +2, +3, +4, whatever. Everything is at max, technically. Level 20. Okay, so you're still going through it. It won't take you too long. 10, 15 minutes. At higher corruption, I can respec a skill. Here, I'll show you. Here, I'll show you. I'll take a chance. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Now, I'm at 500 corruption, right? Look. So I need 10 more levels. So 500 corruption. I have a, you can't see it. I have a 385% XP bonus for being this level of corruption. All right, let's move forward. Immediately got a level. Now, you might not get levels this fast because, you know, it scales with XP. That's why I told you 10 minutes. Look, I already gained 8 levels. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the 5 bomb. Yo, deal off. Thank you so much. Guys, we are 5 away. We are 5 away from hitting the goal of an 8-hour stream on Saturday. This is wild, and it's only Wednesday. You guys are awesome. And there we go. We hit max. Yo, thank you so much, Deal Off. All right. We are officially at 45. Thank you so much. All right. It's cool you take time to answer questions. Yeah, man. Like that's half the reason why I do this. I get to hang out with you guys, but I also get to help out. Where do babies come from? Okay. So there's this thing called the stork. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I was supposed to put this in the turtle. Oh well. When you craft for T8, the range of T7 stay or I. So I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, Theory. Theraso. I don't know. I haven't done it, but I'm going to assume it'll just keep the same range. You know, I could test it for you. I don't care too much about that. Yeah, I could test it for you. Next time I run into what's his face. I don't have that spot in the campaign unlocked yet. Yeah. If we have it max, does it just re-roll it? Because you are technically upgrading a... You're technically upgrade... Oh, nice. You are technically upgrading a an affix, and as you know, it's a random roll every time you upgrade. That's why the Glyph of Order exists. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe. Ooh. Oh, what? Okay, forget it. I gotta know. All right, let's see, Theory. Okay, cool. It works. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so repeats is saying if you, oh, that's right. Okay, so if you don't use Glyph of Order. So here's our range. We're at 179. So repeats use Glyph of Order and it maintained the roll. And it maintained the roll using Glyph of Order. I'm going to do this without Glyph of Order. We're expecting different results. No order, random T8. Right. And now it's 317. So it kind of stayed in it, but it randomized it. So Theory, you're going to want to use a Glyph of Order. You might not have even used one before, but yeah, Glyph of Order maintains the roll. So to answer your question, thank you, Repeats. It upgrades just like any other affix. But if you use a Glyph of Order like you would in normal crafting, so it works in common with Glyph of Order, and the hope is for the usual FP save. Yes. There you go. With our powers combined, there you go. Oh, yeah. I was playing my paladin. I'm like, wait, when did I push corruption to 5,000 to 1,000? Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get going. You've used Order before, but not that often. Yeah, same. Yo, Theraso, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I don't use Order that often either. Typically, it's like the last affix of a craft that I'm upgrading. I see it has a good roll, so I use a Glyph of Order because I'm like, well, you know, I'm assuming I don't want to try and make a copy of it. Or if it's an affix I super duper need and I want it as high as possible. I keep forgetting that you can't use the T8 Exalt with a primal unique. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people were disappointed with that. It's like the final touch on an item. Exactly, Therasu. Yes, it's just 5 subs for the gold now, Air Dragon. Oh no. I'm going to be asking Mike how he feels about the FP system. Number of steps to craft keeps going up, but our FP doesn't. That's actually a good point. Do I see your sub badge? Yes. What are those orange numbers? I'm using the new Primordial Truesight glass. So if I have a critical strike chance over 100%, anything over that now has a chance to deal deadly strikes, which you have up to a 40% chance to do that. And deadly strikes is an additive 300% critical strike multiplier. Oh, oops. Was even warning you about chatting for the first time? Oh, no. You got the first time chat. There it is. There it is. Twitch must have reset. I did update the rules. So maybe that's what happened. And we have hit the goal. Make sure it's safe. All right, thank you so much, Air Dragon. We did it, guys. Well, you guys did it. I didn't do anything. 8-hour stream has been unlocked. Are you satisfied with this item result? Yeah, that seems cool. Okay, stretch goal. Let's think of a stretch goal. Okay, so we hit 8-hour stream. 8-hour stream on Saturday. I don't want this box to get too big. So hold up. Let's add a new source. Oh. Okay, cool. 8-hour Saturday stream unlocked. Let's go back over to this one. Shizar makes an appearance. There you go. Now, I can't do Shizar. Cosplay. I can't do Shizar the entire stream, guys. Because my throat will absolutely be wrecked. But here you guys go. I'll give you a taste of Shizar, all right? What's up? How are you guys doing? My name is Shizar. I am a dwarf from the Shadowstone Mountains. Babbling bitch said he wanted me to come out here and say something. So what? What do you guys want? Get Uber's head. Rocks are overrated. You watch your tone. You watch your tone. Shizar, I see you get let out of the cage for a few minutes. Change the stretch goal to 51 total subs. More freedom. More... 51? What is this? What is this? Shizar makes an appearance? What does he think I am? Some actor? $51. There you go. My mustache keeps falling off. Okay, so apparently Babbling Bike or whatever his name is wants me to come out here on a Saturday. Yo, I got things to do, all right? I got an orc raid on Saturday. You guys better make it good, okay? All right, I'll be back later. Yeah. All right. So I'll just talk to Shizar real quick. He said somebody said rocks are overrated. He was kind of upset about that, but I think he's down if you guys hit the goal. All right. He called you a bad name? Me? Shizzer called me a bad name? What else is new? Hey, what's up, Spox? How's it going? He said my beard makes him sad. Really? I mean, he's got a really long ass beard, all right? Shizar says I should stop playing Sentinel. He really said that, huh? Well, last time he made an appearance, I think I might have been playing Acolyte, so he kind of played some Acolyte. I don't know. You should totally play that off as having multiple personality. What are you talking about? What? Dong. I would pay to see that person, you think? Well, if we hit a goal of, 75 subscribers or members, or both, obviously, or both. It's not one or the other. By Friday evening when I'm shutting down the stream, you might see that guy. Well, you will see that guy. I'm not going to be all like, there's a chance that you'll see Shizar. Is that on Twitch? It'll be on Twitch and YouTube. We're doing an 8-hour stream. 8-hour stream has been unlocked. Dragon Warrior. Right up there at the top. 8-hour Saturday stream unlocked. This is now a stretch goal. I'll be joining. Awesome. Eight and a half hours for Charlie Kirk. Yeah, so my condolences to the family of Charlie Kirk. May he rest in peace. I will say this. Obviously, he was a very politically leaning individual. Right, guys, before we go too much further, he was a very politically leaning individual. That's fine. I try to keep this channel politics free, so my condolences. May he rest in peace. May they find the killer and the killer be brought to justice. But that's all we're gonna really say about this, because if I just don't do anything, it'll start turning into I agreed with everything he said. I didn't agree with everything he said. Blah blah blah. He said no. We're just gonna stop that. What about my pro rock stance? Thank you, bro. I think rocks have a place in society, but Shizar, he really, he really has a thing about rocks. Rocks don't have feelings, bro. I'll have you know that as a child, I had this pet rock, and I don't remember anything about it. None of you owned a pet rock. Shizar is a man among rocks, indeed. Shizar is the primordial rock. Hey, what a beef jerker. I was away from my desk for a bit. Did we hit the 8-hour stream goal? Yes, Tilron. I didn't want it to crowd this area too much, but if you look at the very top of the stream, it'll say 8-hour stream has been unlocked. I had a pet rock, then got fabric and cotton balls and made pillow people. Would have them fight my green army men. Oh, that sounds cool. That is hilarious. Nice. Yeah. It has been unlocked. Now the current stretch goal is have Shizar make an appearance. And guys, when I say make an appearance, I don't mean like Shizar shows up for 5 minutes. Like, Shizar would be around for a while. The thing is, my voice. My voice, my vocal cords. Shizar made an appearance for 3 hours in one stream, and at the end of it, I was like, ugh. Well, tomorrow is meeting day at work. I'll check on Shizar's status tomorrow. Well, we got till Friday afternoon, Friday evening, end of the stream. Use rubber bands. Catch you later, Air Dragon. Appreciate the alert. Shizar should level a tune through the campaign. That's a good idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. So Deej is actually recommending that Shizar level a new character. It's an idea. When I get older, it switched from Green Army Men to Warhammer 40k miniatures and full lead Battletech miniatures. Okay, that does sound pretty cool. Okay, so far this is the one. You use rubber bands from your paper route. Oh, that's cool. What's new this season? Hey, what up, Taco? Main thing that's new is the primordial uniques and the things they offer. Right now I'm using one of them called Truesight Glass. They also got this new mechanic called Rift Beasts. They kind of work like the Nemesis system. Armament on N64 was fire. It was. Oh, hey, what up, Modular? No, what's good? I was like, yeah, somebody coming in with a green badge. I don't recognize his name either. Sorry, I misspelled that. Reflected. Reflectadin. I mean, I knew what you meant. Yeah. So Taco, there's this new thing. It's kind of like a combination of the Nemesis and the tombs and cemeteries. So we just kind of run through. We run through this whole thing. Get to the end. We fight a boss. And after we defeat it, we can collect resources. We can buy from the shop. And then we get to start determining the lineage that our beast is going to take. So, hold up. He's a extra hard one. He's got the crystallized heart. All right, so we've killed the beast. We fought through the cave. We now click on this thing. So here's the evolution of this beast. We have 7 evolutions, right? So first, we gave it lightning horns. Now we gave it magma head. And then if we go back to evolutions, we can choose a new one. And then we could fight that boss for a little while and then choose a new evolution. They sold LE to Fortnite Company or something, didn't they? They sold it to Crafton. Yeah. So, 11th Hour Games has been sold to Crafton. Crafton's going to bank once LE goes cross-platform. That's what I want them to do. I want Last Epoch to hit console. Because I'm going to be honest, guys, as a content creator, more people playing the game might lead to more people wanting to look up guides or watch live streams. So, yeah, I'm all aboard the console train. I do wish EHG was still independent, though. Squid997, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I do wish they were still independent, but it did sound like they really needed the money. It sounded like things were pretty dire with Season 2. EHG sold out for a bit too early, in my opinion. Well, I don't know the full details. It seems to me that things were pretty dire. Because, remember how concerned Judd sounded and angry about, Path of Exile 2 launching the same week? Rightfully so. They had announced that date for a while, and all of a sudden, Path of Exile 2 right there. The optics were bad. But he also stated quite heavily this could harm Last Epoch and their second season, and they needed this to work, and they were very excited about the results, and that patch sucked. That's Path of Exile's problem. Anyway, they were really excited about the results. I think they were trying to court the game. They were trying to court the company, and they wanted to show that they could bring in revenue. I do agree with repeats. I think it was too early. And I feel like Season 3 tanked as a result. I mean, it didn't fully tank, but they didn't really market it that well. Everything got super delayed in terms of marketing because they were doing this deal. The moment the deal was announced, they released the trailer going over what the game was going to be about. Sorry. And I feel like it all got drowned out by EHG sold to Crafton. Announcing dates way too early. I personally, in my line of work, it helps me immensely that they announced the dates that early. It immensely helps me that they announced those dates that early. I just think the problem is they announced that date early and then they took forever to release anything about it. Yeah, they announced it early, which I like, but then there wasn't a lot of marketing. GGG has done it twice now. I mean, are we 100% certain that this was malicious from GGG? I know, that first time around, it seemed like it was. For season 2, it certainly seemed like it was. But Jonathan Rogers did say in a podcast that it was just very unfortunate. Now, he could have been, pandering, but it did sound like it was very unfortunate and that they had no other choice. It was just, at the time, that wasn't very well explained. Now, this time around, they did say they wanted to release it in August. Like GGG did say they wanted to release it in August, but they didn't say what date. And then EHG just came out and announced a date. Okay. Thank you so much for the likes over on YouTube. Let's check the Steam charts. Let's check the Steam charts. Last Epoch. It is currently a Wednesday. It's currently a Wednesday. Right now, as of an hour ago, there's about 7,000 people playing. Or 6,500. And it's had a 24-hour peak of 11,234. And it peaked at 80,000 players for Season 3. And so far in the last 30 days, we've had an average of 17,000 players. So let's look at Path of Exile 2 on Steam. All right. Arguably bigger game. 110,000 players playing as of an hour ago. 200,000 24-hour peak. Bigger game, cross-platform, more well-known. Average 80,000 players. Let's see what their averages were. Like, here's the thing. Like, they still have some pretty good monthly averages, except for July. Holy. Yeah. Except for July. Path of Exile 2, 7,000 player average. Holy. Then in August, it went up because, new stuff came out. I think Last Epoch's holding its own. But I think it could be better. Yeah, a lot of people didn't even know Season 3 came out. Right, and I blame that on lack of marketing. Was it crystallized? Holy. Just one shot. A lot of founders left for what? From EHG or GGG? I mean, yeah, like Squid, that is most certainly a possibility as well. That is most certainly EHG lost some senior people to craft and buyout and wanted out, I suspect. I will admit, you know, I don't know how long this buyout had been in the talks and how many people knew. It was like obviously news to everybody, and if everybody at the company knew, I doubt it. I doubt it if everybody at the company knew, because they're, you know, somebody would have leaked it, probably. It was a complete shock. So probably only people at the very top knew. And so then it happens and they're like, yo, wait, I'm not working for this plucky, you know, indie dev anymore. I'm now working for a conglomerate, so to speak. I mean, we shall see what happens to EHG in the long run, but all of a sudden having a company that size standing behind you, you might have a feeling of, no, I wanted to help the underdog. And we shall see. In my opinion, EHG is still the underdog, but it does have some deep pockets now. It's really tell if crafting corruption is going to be necessary for a negative. For all we know, it might benefit the game. That's what I've said as well. That's what I've said as well. Like, we shall see. If this game can come to console and they're able to keep trucking just the way that they want to, this could be a huge net positive. Season 3 is good, but it was not Season 2. You know, I think the thing about Season 3 is it feels kind of familiar. And why is that? Because Season 2 borrowed so many locations and things and stuff and shoved it into Season 3 in the form of woven echoes. So when we're playing through Season 3 and we're playing through the campaign and we're doing these new echoes and everything, it's like, this looks familiar. And then you're like, oh yeah, I did that as a woven echo. Oh yeah, I did that as a woven echo. HG lost some senior. Oh yeah, we already read that. It's early to tell. Maybe they'll be able to make some new classes. We probably don't even notice the difference between a year. Like maybe around 1.5, 1.6. I actually think the acquisition by Crafton is a good thing and will make the game have more polish and more content. Yeah, I mean, that could be a possibility, Dragon Warrior. Honestly, if they implement something like an adventure mode, something they weren't actively looking at, it would definitely bring in some numbers. People definitely don't like rerunning the campaign every time, even with the dungeon skips. I wouldn't be opposed to an adventure mode. Yeah, I most certainly wouldn't be opposed to an adventure mode. Like, I'd want to know how it works. I understand you're just throwing out an idea, beef jerker. Gotta blow my nose here in a second. As long as the game still good, keep its DA fun and pay to use mostly, can have some marketing, it's not that big of a deal. It is a fair assessment, but they have stated dozens of times they have zero interest in adventure mode. They believe it killed D3. Really? They kind of already have bounties in the game in the form of prophecies. So, like, if you have bounties in the game, what happens to prophecies? Like, feels like you're double dipping, I guess. I mean, yeah, if you're Merchant's Guild, you don't do prophecies. Really? They feel it killed D3? No, what killed D3 was D4 came out. Like, you would see the nut, like, well, we don't have numbers. But, like, people would come back. They would play a season. They'd play the new stuff. They would unlock some stuff, and then they'd go away. That is the natural cycle of things. I mean, I feel like Diablo 3 would have died if not for something like an adventure mode. Having to run the campaign that many times. But, I mean, they're free to... I mean, maybe they have some analytics that I don't have my hands on. I feel like what really... Yeah, I was going to say that. What really killed D3, I think, for a lot of people was the only in-game the only in-game thing was greater rifts, and then they capped them. Like, I don't know about you, it was so exciting at least for me, every season seeing like what greater rift people can get to now, you know, after buffs and everything, and going through the grind, and you know, like I would participate. I got top 500 one time, or like I think I got like 600, top 600 or something like that. Yeah, on the NA Crusader leaderboard, and I'm telling you, man, it was competitive. It was competitive, like for season 10, man. That was whoo. Trying to just, you know, increase your greater rift capacity by like 2. Oh man, yeah, it was fun and exciting, but then especially after, you know, they started just putting caps on everything, it just... And I mean, I'm not saying caps are bad, but that was still the only in-game offering. I mean, also, like, real talk, Diablo 3 was released in 2012 and was still getting regular seasonal updates. People were still playing the game regularly up until Diablo 4 came out in 2023. I mean, there's still people playing Diablo 3 right now. It's just they're not getting any new seasons. It's just, you know, recycled seasons. Could be Wolson. Yeah, I never played Wolson. All I heard is this game had so much, you know, Wolson had so much potential. And then it didn't. I never played it. You love Wolson? It just had too many issues? Yeah. Passive skill wheel was fun in the end game. Can I ask again? I see. I see what you said there, Sue. So let's imagine an exalted seal name item with a T7 primordial. I can do whatever. Redemption, Havoc. It didn't affect Nemesis, Nemesis sealed one on the T7 before Rune of Evolution and get a desired T7 T8 plus T8 equals. Okay, okay. So let's imagine an exalted sealed Nemesis item with a T7 to primordial. I can do whatever. Redemption, Havoc. It doesn't affect the Nemesis sealed one. On the T7 before Rune of Evolution. Yeah, you could have a sealed T7 and a sealed T8. Yes. Yes, if you have a Nemesis item and it has a sealed T7, you can't craft on that sealed T7. it would have to have another T7 on the item that you can craft on, because that's where you would use your rune of evolution. Hey, what's good, Blue Beyond? How you doing, man? Found a 2 LP carry-ons. Nice. Still no 1 LP red ring. That's unfortunate. Really? I haven't heard anything about that. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for hitting the goal, guys. Saturday stream has been unlocked thanks to you guys and your efforts. Right now we have a stretch goal of Shizar making an appearance. And I think somebody threw out the idea that Shizar levels a fresh character. That's a possibility. No, generally unique stack. Like red ring, having 2 red rings, that stacks. That's odd. I don't know why. I don't have a sun wreath on me. Maybe there's like an explanation. I have Orion's Sun Seal, but not Sun Wreath. How many deaths on this Voidy boy? Too many. I blame crafting. You vaguely remember it being bugged? Okay, that makes sense. Typically, uniques do stack. So I'm newish player to echoes. I just got my second tune to larger echoes. How often, especially starting, do you allow yourself to sidetrack to cemeteries, or do you just ignore them unless it is an echo? In order to be efficient? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. It sounds like you're trying to push corruption as fast as possible. So if you're trying to catch up to the corruption that you had like on your other character, there's a woven echo for that. What is it called? Like Gauntlet of Oblivion, or your Confluence of Oblivion, or something like that. You fight all those orbits and it'll catch you up. Now, if you're just wanting to play the game, it depends on what your goal is. I've personally ignored a lot of tombs and stuff, just because I don't really, they're whatever to me, and as a result, I am still level 6 on the Woven faction. Because I haven't been doing them. How important is Woven faction levels, though? You can purchase new Woven Echoes from Mask. Reforging Weaver Idols is 10% more likely to result in 2 Weaver affixes. You can purchase new Woven Echoes. Plus, each level you get points to add to your Weaver tree. Rank 9, 10% more Memory Amber drop in your Echoes. Plus Weaver tree points. You can purchase more Woven Echoes from Mask. And then the final one. You want to get to level 8 to unlock Rampant Coast. That imprint is nuts. It is nuts, but you'll probably, like, I'm sitting on 16 right now. Yeah, I've imprinted Rampant. Okay, just trying to learn a balance to not play a whole season. Just do one guy and get burned out and be faster, but not sacrifice my fun. I'm an older dude, so I want to have fun, but also learning of how 500-ish corruption helps a lot with LP. It does. It does. The magic find is pretty nice. Like I said, it's going to depend on your goals. Having more ranks in the Weaver tree does help. I honestly got to be doing more tombs and cemeteries personally. But if it looks like, it sounds like you just want to push one character. If you don't care too much about the Weaver faction or imprints, try and push your corruption up, and then maybe try and do a couple of these. That way you feel like you're just spending all your time on one character, and then start leveling another one, and then, you know, do some tombs, do some cemeteries. Honestly, speaking of cemeteries, I should do this right now. Are you serious? How much did... Oh my god. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother. Do I prefer the two-handed axe? Well, at least with this current setup, I mean, it's good. It does a lot of damage. I personally like the versatility of the dual wielding. Plus, the dual wielding felt really cool. What I do like is the itemization. I can use a Titan Heart. I know null portent is a thing in the game, but what helps with null portent is to also have your resistances. capped. Well, not capped, but like, you know, have your resistances up there. Try and hit 115. And whereas Titanheart, you can just equip it, right? You can just go. But I'm telling you, man, that dual wielding feels so good with all that attack speed. So what I'm doing right now, Blue Beyond, is I'm farming. All right, I'm farming for an Eye of Ring. I mean, I have a couple. Like, let's be real. I have a couple. I'm trying to just find a couple more. But I think the key to make this build feel, you know, that good is to try and have as much attack speed as possible. Which, you know, only having one item, especially considering I want to use something like an Apathy's Maw with a huge amount of damage you can get. Like, unless you have a 2 LP and you're able to get melee attack speed and melee critical strike chance on the axe, it might just be better to use to just dual wield and then use like a null portent, at least for some form of damage reduction. I mean, you could also just stick with Champion's Regalia. Have I seen the one-handed mace? What is it called? The Whetstone Gavel? Yes. Feel like there's a cook there. If you have an exalted weapon in your offhand, its stats have, hold up, +6 all attributes, +1 to fire skills, +1 to physical skills, +1 to lightning skills. Okay, physical, fire, or lightning. Does seem pretty good. Like you said, it doesn't work with this build because we're using Truesight. It's meant for Paladin. I mean, it definitely screams Paladin. Fire, physical, and lightning. What is Paladin really like? But, I mean, it could have its uses. Like, I'm telling you, it could have its uses. Like having that melee attack speed, having that melee void damage. Whetstone Whetstone. Okay, so let's take another look. It's in a book. All right, so that's considered a hammer. Well, frick. Considered a mace. What do we get from maces? Physical pin. Oh, okay. Well, hold up. Use a sword. Use a mace. Plus smite. Okay. Well, yeah, but this is if you wanted to do... I mean, honestly, I don't know how good physical warpath is, especially with the fire, you know. Fire, you can take the smite chance, because if you want to take smite, you'd have to turn it into a fire. What is the mace? Whetstone gavel. Whetstone gavel is a mace. You would use a mace and a sword. Oh, what does mace do? It gives you physical pin. So you could use a sword and get global crit chance. And then you can get physical pin with mace. Fire pin works if you have a scepter. The only thing that gets changed is like, okay, let's read this. Okay, even under alt, it says does not work if you take Apocalypse Whirl. So that the only thing that converts is the damage type. And you gain the fire tag, and bleed gets converted to ignite. It does not convert pin. If it did, then what was the point in having scepter gives fire pin, mace gives physical pin? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Giga Crystal Sword. So you might just have to give up the pen that you would get. Tilron comes in with a gifted sub for repeats. Thank you so much for continuing the goal. Thank you so much, Tilron. Hey, I just started this build because I haven't played Void Knight in a long time. Hey, what's good, Simon? What does the Forge Guard passive node do for Mac? What's Mac? Like the operating system? Forge Guard passive, you gain fire, physical and fire resistance. I don't know what you mean by Mac. Mace. More melee damage with mace. I love Rive as a skill. It's very fun. Big bonk. So you would get melee attack speed with a sword, and you would get more melee damage with a mace. Too big brain for dumb Forge Guard. That works. I mean, Forge Guard was the original hit me, bro. Can't use a staff? Oh, does that have to be a melee weapon? Two-handed axe, mace, sword, or spear. That's hilarious. Huge mace, totally okay. But not a staff. They don't want you doing like some sort of Giga Smite build. No fun allowed. It just feels kind of forgotten, and then every once in a while they throw it, you know, a scrap. Self-fulfilling prophecy? Yeah. No one plays it, so why do anything? Because there's nothing there. Rampant Coast is so OP. It's really cool. What's the difference between corruption and timeline stability, and how can I organically get corruption level higher quicker? Sorry for the questions. Okay, so the difference, stability just means how soon can you fight the timeline boss? Corruption increases your magic find and your experience gain, but also increases the difficulty of the monsters. There's also an in-game entry. There's also an entry for it in the in-game guide, as Repeats has pointed out. Gee, thanks, Repeats. Yeah, no problem, Squid. I mean, how to navigate the web plus gaze is sure. That isn't easy. So it lets you fight the boss. Boss gives you gaze. Kill Orbis with gaze to get corruption. Use corruption to get better items, and use the catch-up mechanic for shades. Indeed. He did. There's a lot of empowered monos that they don't explain in normal. Their quests just flat out don't explain anything. And most people don't know there's a guide in the game. This is true. Empowered is like a secret menu. Yeah, so to speak. Yeah, like your best lower tier blessing is literally worse than the worst empowered blessing. Like what Repeats just said, it is literally worse. There's no overlap. Like spending any time farming normal blessings is a waste of time. Absolutely a waste of time. Because you get the very best one, it'll be worse than the very worst empowered blessing. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's also wisdom in that, unless you're struggle busting hard, but I think should be able to handle 100 corruption. And unless there's something I'm not thinking of. Hardcore. You really need that blessing to make it work. Yeah, no. Like, first time I did, first time I played through the game, I did like 1 or 2 monos, but then I got some modifiers that were just too hard. Eventually, I looked up a guide, and a single boss fight kicked up. Yeah. That was a different time, well, especially back then. Especially back then. It was 100% the modifiers, not the corruption. True. Some of those modifiers were just painful, man, because they would have much bigger values. Hope they give us juice echoes. Like, if we had control over it repeats, like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Put it in the Weaver tree. Give us like a control module. Like give us some juicing. But like some of those, like, man, some of those modifiers though. Oh my gosh. PoE players are addicted to juice. Yeah, man. Huff it. Huff it. Oh yeah, crit avoid. Or the glance, yeah, because that glancing blow one, how much would it go up to? Like more than 100% or 100%, right? Dodge chance was the one I hated with a passion. Critical strike avoidance sucked, but if you're playing a dot build, you were fine. I will say, like, especially if you were like 500 corruption, 600 corruption, and you hit a critical strike avoidance and you were a crit build, man, it was going to be pain. You were about to go through some pain, man. Like 75% critical strike avoidance. I don't know if it went that high, but oh gosh. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Would that be something you would opt into repeats? Or would that just be built into the game? Are you in Merchant's Guild or Circle of Fortune deal? I'm going to assume Circle of Fortune. Okay, so this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to do Prophecies. You're going to want to do not Exalted. You're going to want to do unique one-handed swords. You can even do just regular one-handed swords and then use Runes of Ascendance on them. But for right now, let's assume you're just looking for drops. Do unique one-handed swords. Come over to this timeline, Blood, Frost, and Death. Make sure you have the one-handed sword drop rate blessing. That'll help you. Then if you want to extra juice it, like you just want to stay in one timeline, you can come to the Reign of Dragons timeline and just kind of farm through it. Because this is the timeline that's going to give you exclusive, unique or set swords, unique or set axes, maces, daggers, spears, that sort of thing. Unique melee weapons you will get from this timeline. Now, I don't recommend farming this timeline exclusively for that. It's a little extra juice. I'd say the best thing is, you know, get your favor, do your blessings, do your prophecies, excuse me, take that blessing. Yeah. I don't think it's worth just farming monos anymore. Like Repeat said, it's not recommended. It used to be that would be the only way. That used to be the only way you could, well, I'm sure there was other ways. There was dungeon farms as well. They still do dungeon day, right? You know, depending on what day of the week. Yeah, at this point, I think it's better just pushing corruption and farming favor. Go do your prophecies and try and get those drops. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hitting the goal. Really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. Zambriel is live right now. Friend of the channel. All right, let's raid Zambriel. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back again tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so if for whatever reason I'm not able to make it, I will post it in the Discord. So if you're interested in the Discord, !Discord, you can jump in there, stay up to date. I try to, keep everything up to date. What I mostly do is say everything I need to say here at the end of the stream. So I have every intention of being live tomorrow, but doctor's appointment, you never know. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, guys, and say hi to Zambriel for us. Thank you. YouTube, what's good, guys? Thank you so much for being here. You guys have yourself a good one, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, barring any sort of doctor's appointment delay. All right, you guys take care.